At the age of 16, most kids are headed back to high school preparing for the new school year. Not Mason Theobald. He'll be competing this weekend in the National Tractor Pulling Championships, driving his 2,500 horsepower truck down the track behind me in front of thousands of pull fans.
Yeah, this is not something that most 16-year-olds would be involved in at all.
For Mason Theobald, who's 16, and his brother Grant, who's 19, it's all they've ever known.
I grew up in the sport, so having my sons come along and have interest in it and be a huge part of it is, I mean, it's obviously a very proud moment as a father to see that continue with our family tradition.
That family tradition started with Doug Theobald's father, Keith, back in the early 80s.
My wife actually grew up in the sport. This is how we met, was through pulling. And so then to have our boys come along and be such a huge part of what we do is, I mean, it's an amazing feeling.
In his first season pulling, Mason picked up his first win last week in Napoleon.
If you open it up like too quick or something, then you buzz the tires off of it and then your run's pretty much over. So you want to make sure you just drive it out smooth and just get the sled moving and then open it up and then you're on your way.
Mason's brother Grant says the experience of pulling in front of thousands of fans is like none other.
Especially when you pull out on the track on Saturday night and you're sitting there about 100 feet and you look around and the stands are just packed full. It's pretty awesome to be able to pull on Saturday night in Bowling Green. There's nothing like it.
Keith Seiler, director of the National Tractor Pulling Championships, says it's promising to have the younger generation competing in the sport.
It keeps the sport going, and the more and more, young kids get involved, it keeps the young fans getting involved too, because that means they feel like they have a connection to the pulling world.
In Bowling Green, J.D. Pooley, 13 Action News.